Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to discuss a very important real business scenario, and that is related to again asset accounting, particularly asset under construction, or very popularly you know this one as AUC. So here we are going to understand how the asset under construction process actually going to flow from different point to point, means from capturing the construction related cost to final capitalizations. So in this video, I'm going to show you the real business scenario with a proper step-by-step process. And by using all these steps, you can practice these scenarios and you can prepare for your interviews. So let's take one business scenario. Suppose our company, that is, let's say Delta Motors Private Limited. So this company is going to set up a new production line for their electric vehicle components or electric vehicle segments in a particular plant. Let's take Pune plant. So the total cost estimate here, the project cost is, for my demonstration purpose, I'm going to take here 50,000 INR, and it is going to complete in, let's say, in 2 months. So during this period, we are going to incur different type of cost, or different cost will be there, like civil construction cost, electrical installation cost, procurement of machineries. So different type of cost we are going to incur here. Now at this moment, when we are going to spending money on these different costs, whether we are going to purchase the asset, or whether we are going to purchase the machineries, or we are doing construction of the building, or anything we are doing. So all these are not right now the asset. These are just various type of cost. But as we are incurring this cost, so this cost need to be captured with one cost collector. So here I am going to use internal order, which is part of controlling. That means by using the internal order, we are going to capture the cost, because at this moment, as and when we are recording the cost, we don't have any assets. We don't have any plant and machineries. We have few expenditures are there, or we are couple of expenditures are there. Once all the cost will be recorded, then in the period end, year end, month end, any example you can take. Here I am going to take month end example. So once all the cost will be recorded, or it's tracked with this particular order, then we are going to capitalize this cost, or we are going to transfer this cost to internal order. And here directly we are not going to capitalize the cost to the asset, for example plant and machinery, because at this moment asset is not there, means like asset is not properly there, because the moment you are going to transfer some cost to the asset, or you are going to capitalize the cost, that means you are saying that we are going to use the assets immediately, and depreciation calculation will be there. But as asset is not ready here, so that's why temporarily we are going to use here asset under construction, or AUC. So in SAP, we are going to collect all this cost until our asset is complete. So first we are going to record the cost, and once the project is ready, we will transfer all this cost, which already we have transferred AUC, to the final asset. Then finally we will start using it, and we are going to calculate the depreciation from the plant point of view. Now whatever I have explained here, so if you understand from the process point of view, so first we are going to have couple of expenses which we are going to purchase. So there will be vendor invoice will be there, or we are going to have the finance expense posting. So couple of expense and invoices will be there. Then those costs we are going to record with any cost collector. As I said, here I'm going to use internal order, and also here we may use project system module also, that means the WBS element, but I will demonstrate on internal order. So we are going to have the internal order for recording of the cost. At this moment it's not asset, it's expense. Then in the period end, month end, year end, anything you can take. So from internal order, I will transfer the cost to, or the right word is settlement, the cost we are going to settle to asset under construction. At this moment it is your balance sheet item, means normal expense converted into balance sheet item, or cost capitalized. So by applying the settlement rule and all, we are going to transfer. So it depends how much cost you are going to transfer, periodically or fully you are going to transfer. So throughout the year this process will be there. So every month the cost we are going to record, then in period end or month end we will transfer to the AUC. Then in end we are going to have the settlement from AUC to asset under construction. At this moment the normal order 0, and the value we are transferring from AUC to asset under construction. After that, now value is with your asset under construction, but on AUC depreciation will not be calculated. So that is why this cost periodically we need to settle to our final asset. So we are going to settle the cost to final asset, or that is nothing but your capitalizations to the final asset. Then finally asset is ready and we are going to calculate the depreciation as we are going to start using that asset. So this is the process. And if you'll see understanding the accounting, what are the accountings are involved here. So first we have to understand what are the steps involved here. So first step, to record this expenditure, we are going to use one internal order, and in business this one will be managed by the CO team. Means CO team is going to create the internal order for the purpose of recording of the cost, which is of course we are recording this cost for the construction of our EV plant, but basically it is one cost object we are going to use. So we are going to use this one for recording of the cost, and at this moment as it is a master data, so no accounting is involved, just we are going to use one cost collector. Then step 2, we are going to post vendor invoice. So in my example I am going to post 3 transactions. So first transactions I am going to purchase the machine. So this machine I'm going to purchase it from, let's say, this vendor Bright Power Limited, and let's say this machine cost is 50,000, and that we are going to purchase it from I will use here the logistic. That means we will purchase it through purchase order. So accounting entry will be your AUC account is going to debit and vendor account is going to credit. But here in S4 HANA I'm going to use, so here technical clearing also will be there. Once I will be there in the document, I will show you. So 25,000 we are going to record the cost with internal order, no asset. After that, the next example I'm going to post here, or second invoice I'm going to post here. This will be a normal FB60 entry I'm going to post. So let's say we have some construction expenses there and one vendor is going to provide that service. So construction expense is going to debit and vendor is going to credit, let's say 15,000. So 25,000 previous transaction, 15,000 this transaction. So total cost transferred to internal order 40,000. Third transactions I'm going to take here like expense postings, and this one I'm going to use FB50 here. So first transaction PO to capitalization, second transactions FB60 non-PO invoice, third one will be a vendor normal expense postings. I will use here the transaction code, let's say FB50L, and these are the expenditures I'm going to post. So electrical expense is going to debit and machinery installation cost is going to debit 4,000, and of course the payment point of a bank will be there. Earlier we have transferred the cost to internal order 40,000, now it is 10,000. So total 50,000 cost in different time we have captured this one. In real case 300 entries will be there. For demonstration purpose I'm going to post 3 entries. At this moment, if you are going to see how much cost we have recorded, so it will be 50,000 with internal order. Then the next step will be like 40,000 is accumulated here. My mistake, it's not 40,000, it will be 50,000. So 50,000 recorded with the internal order, and then we are going to go for the period end settlement, means from order to AUC. So this is our first settlement, and the accounting entry will be your AUC is going to debit, because this time receiver will be the balance sheet. So asset under construction is going to debit and credit will be AUC clearing account or any settlement account you can use here. So 50,000 is going to be credit here. Okay, so mark this correction. It is 50,000, not 40,000. Then from AUC, we will transfer the values to asset. So it will be like debit will be your plant and machinery. So final asset will be your EV plant. So it's going to be 50,000, and asset under construction is going to be credit here 50,000. Means the value which we have transferred to AUC, from AUC we are going to transfer to our final asset. So that means in this process I am going to create here 2 asset masters. So one will be the final asset, that is in my example it will be EV plant, and temporarily I'm going to create one asset that will be your asset under construction. Before we will go into the SAP demo and we will try this scenario, if you want to learn SAP FICO through real-time business projects, like this is one of the example where we are not going to cover just AUC but also a end-to-end process, like all the month-end activities, your detailed asset accounting, controlling, integrations, and all the business process, then you can check my course content. You can go to this web page, that is skills tech, and the current example which right now I'm going to take. So this is part of your AUC, so it is related to our asset under construction. So from here this particular one is there, so you can check this course content. So all the like the latest job point of view, whatever, when you are going for consulting jobs, so always companies are looking end-to-end experience or end-to-end implementation experience. So you can check this one. So this is designed for the working professional, particularly the consultants. So if you are already working as business users on SAP, or you are working as SAP junior consultants, or you are having like 2 to 5 years experience, you have exposure, but you are not getting the good project, you may try this one. I will add the demo video related to this particular course content, so you can check that one also. Now let's see how this process actually works in the SAP system. So first we are going to create one asset that is related to asset under construction, so AS01, and you must have related your asset class. So this asset class I have created as Z60. This is related to AUC, so this one will be asset class, and create it. It's a temporary asset, give something as your asset. So this will be our AUC, asset under construction for EV line. This is not our final asset, and maintain it. So take some cost center. In my settings, I have selected cost center as mandatory one. So for example, let's say this is related to a cost center, suppose assemble unit, enter. I got all the details, and no need to maintain any depreciation area and all, not applicable because it's a temporary asset. So note this asset. So asset created 2003. So first we are going to record the cost with order, then from order we will transfer the values to asset number 2003. Now let's create the internal order, transaction code KO01. So here I'm using the transaction code. You can also use the navigation. For quick completion point of view, I'm using the T code KO01 I'm using here. And here I have created the internal order number range as internal. So that's why all system is going to allocate the number. But if you want, you can also create one external. Suppose you want to create a number range as AUC underscore mechanical underscore 001, anything you are free to take here. But in my settings, it is internal. And this one is our cost related to, so expense EV installation cost. Okay, so EV installation cost. This is one internal order I'm creating here, and let's add business area, and also I will add here one profit center. Although in this example profit center is not important for my demonstration point of view, but in this company code I selected as profit center as mandatory. Okay, so this one will be our internal order, and we need to maintain a settlement rule. Means first we will record the cost with order, and from order we will transfer the values to our asset under construction. So maintain a settlement rule here. And category, so what will be the category? Asset. So receiver will be asset. Okay, and which asset? Just now we have created one asset, and how much cost we are going to transfer? 100% cost. So everything we are going to transfer from normal 50,000 we will transfer to AUC. Okay, and select here the asset under construction, and which is your couple of assets are there, and this will be our AUC, asset number 2003. Say. So we have created the asset under construction, and we have also created one order, and this order will be our default order for a couple of expenses. Now let's post one vendor invoice, that is through logistic department. Means logistic team is going to create the purchase order for purchasing that equipment, that 25,000 some machine they are going to purchase. So for that we need to create the purchase order. If you want, you can directly post it through F-90, but I'm going to post it through logistic, because in real case always anything it will be purchased through the logistic only. So I'm going to create here the purchase order ME21N. Select the supplier here. So we are going to purchase that particular machine from one particular supplier, and in my example I am going to take this one as Bright Power Limited. This company is going to sell the particular machine, the plant. You need to add here the purchase organization related to the settings, then purchase group something you can take, and company code. And here I am going to, so here account assignment is there, because everything we are going to transfer to the internal order first. So we will transfer to the internal order, and that's why here we are going to select the account assignment type should be your order. Okay, and what we are going to purchase? We are going to purchase some machine, that is EV machine, and quantity will be 1, expected delivery date. So let me take here this date, and the price is 25,000. Okay, and the plant and the storage location. So something I have added here, currency will be INR. Okay, and here we need to add the account assignment, and we are going to purchase against our internal order. So we are going to take here the particular GL account, because against which GL account? Right now it is not asset. So initially you are going to record with one GL account, and that will be 7037. So it is our EV equipment cost. Then we are going to capitalize and we will transfer to the asset. And automatically you can see the value is going to be recorded against your internal order, whatever we have created. So automatically we got it. So I have entered all the information. So I am going to transfer the values to the internal order and save it. So this is my purchase order, and with this purchase order we are going to convert this purchase order into GR. We go entry, that is nothing but GR, and we will select here the order number, execute. So I'm going to post all the transactions today, but in real case different time different transactions will be posted, and check and post. Okay, so one logistic document posted, and with reference to, of course, the accounting document will be there. So let me check here whether this is your FIMM integrations. So I'm just going to select here today's date, and we'll see if any transaction is there or not. Okay, so GRR account is credited because it is in receipt, and the inventory is there. Now this is not your asset. This is just one expense entry because I selected here GL, and this value should be recorded with the internal order. So check the order report. So 25,000 the equipment what we have purchased. Now let me post one vendor invoice, although it is not related to current example, but let me complete the process. So I will go to Myro, and I will convert that PO into vendor invoice. Okay, and also add the tax here. Tax was just coming, so that's why I have added, although it is optional. So with tax, the payable amount will be 26,381.25. Now this invoice posted back to our current example. So similarly, we are also going to post one second entry that is related to some, right now we have recorded with this with internal order 25,000. Similarly, I'm going to add some construction expenditure. So this one I'm going to post one non-PO invoice. Earlier it was PO related invoice. So this one is non-PO invoice. So here I'm going to post through FB60. Select one supplier related to construction expense, construction of that building and all. So let's take here Alpha Construction. Demonstration point of view, everything I'm taking today's date, but it should be posted in different time, or let me take here a different date. So let me take here, let's say 24 October invoice, and same date also posting date. Okay, and amount will be, so as per example, it will be, let me check, I forgot that one. Construction expense, so 25,000 purchased and then 15,000. So I'm going to post here 15,000. So 15,000 will be posted here. If you want, we can also add the tax, leave it. So this expense will be our construction expense, and here the construction expense will be that will be, yeah, this one 7034. So I will take here 7034 is going to be debit. 7034 is going to debit, and this amount is 15,000. Vendor is going to credit 15,000 and debit will be your expense. And this also we are going to capture with our internal order. Just confirm internal order is coming or not. So everything, yeah, this is the order. So this one also recorded. Now how much cost we have recorded with the order? So 25 plus 15, it should be 40,000. So order is captured 40,000. Okay, second voucher posted or second invoice posted. Now third invoice we are going to post. So that will be related to that installation of machine. So this will be a normal expense posting I'm going to take. So a B50L. So let's take this one, today's date, and with leading ledger I'm going to post. So here debit will be two expense I'm going to record here. One will be electrical work 7035. 7035 and debit 6000, and another one will be 70 machinery installation 7036. $4,000. So these are my two debit lines. So here also the cost collector should be order. Then we will take here the payment entry and post. So this 10,000 should be also captured to the order. 50,000 recorded. Logistic team, they procured the asset 15,000. And accounts payable team, they constructed that building 15,000. Then finance team, GL team, they have recorded various type of expense 50,000, all cost with recorded with the internal order. So with these normal transactions are completed. But right now, if you will see the value of our asset under construction, which we have created here, asset number something we have created 2003 something I created, I think. So you can see 2003 is nothing updated yet because we have not capitalized the values yet. It's just your expenditures only. Then the team, the asset team is going to capitalize the values. That means they are going to settle the order. So once the order will be settled, so this cost as recorded with the internal order. And now we are going to transfer the values from order to the asset number 2003. And once it will be settled, then you will find that 50,000 is capitalized, and here it will appear 50,000 and order will be 0. But for this asset, you will not get any depreciation because this is not your actual asset. This is just temporarily we have used or cost we have capitalized. Now we are going to settle the order. KO88 you can use here, transaction code, or you can check the navigations too. Settlement period, in which period you are going to do. Although as per the business example, this should be completed within 3 months, but I'm going to quickly do it now. So my current period will be 7th. I'm following here April to March reporting. So current period will be 7th and check. So make sure that there should not be any error and just have a look into this settlement process. So sender will be your order from order to asset number 2003. So asset 2003 is your asset under construction. So as per the example, now we are going to settle this cost, remove test run and execute. After that, you will find the order is over. Okay, again next month maybe the cost will be recorded, but this month order is over, means order is 0 and the value is transferred to our asset under construction. Okay, let's check this one. So order is 0. Okay, now the 50,000 cost should be appear here. So it should be appear here 50,000 available here, and then we are going to also simultaneously we will check the reconciliation account because anything will be there in subledger. So same should be there in the GL2. So GL account 2002. Let's quickly check that one. Just ignore other transactions. So many other transactions are there, different business scenarios. So check the last one, this one. So that is 50,000. So 50,000 also appearing here ledger, and other items are already settled. So that only 50,000 this line is showing. So same is there in your asset and same is there under your AUC subledger as well as asset. And what about the status of this internal order? 0. So it's no use further. Means this month no use, maybe next month we can once again we can use it until unless it is open. Now from this internal order we will transfer the values to actual asset. So I need to create one actual asset. So let me create one more S01 again, and this time I will take that is building. Okay, and this will be not building. So this will be value we are going to transfer to plant and machinery. So it will be 1 asset class. So that will be machine. Okay, and this will be my EV plant, not AUC, actual EV plant. So it will be EV plant. Okay, and with the respective account assignment information. So here we will take the required cost center. And also here we are going to have the actual depreciation. So you need to add here the life of the asset. So let's take 20 and depreciation start date, leave it. So anyway, when we will capitalize, that will be our depreciation start date. Save it. So finally, value from asset number 2003, that is our AUC, it will transfer to asset number 1004. Now the asset team is going to do the settlement. So first we need to create a settlement rule, AI, AB. So anywhere I'm not using the navigation just to reduce the time, but you can use the navigation also. It is there in the asset accounting. So right now the value is with asset number 2003. Okay, so till now if we'll see what are the things we have completed. So this one done, and right now the period settlement also completed, 50,000 transferred. The last step we are doing. So 50,000 we will transfer to the final asset. Okay, from asset number 2003. Okay, two lines coming. Let me add here the because I have created two different depreciation area with two different accounting principle. So that is why it is coming. Because of parallel accounting and parallel valuation point of view, but I will not deviate from my example. So 50,000 we are going to transfer to the final asset. Okay, so select the first one. This is related to local GAAP. Okay, so now receiver is final asset, that will be fixed asset. Other items, leave it. So this will be our fixed asset, because it is coming from my previous scenario, previous example. So where we are going to transfer? We are going to transfer to our EV plant. So EV plant we have created as EV plant. Yeah, this one was 1004. How much cost? 100% or full amount. So let's take here amount 50,000. You can go for periodical or you can go for full settlement as per your business policy. I want to show you now, so I will take here full amount. So this is one rule I have maintained. Similarly, this one converted into greens. Similarly, second line also, or the tax calculation point of view, because two depreciation areas are there. And here also exactly I'm going to take the same rule. Okay, and this will be fixed asset and asset number 1004. So how much? 50,000. Or let's here apply a different rule, percentage. Anyway, result will be the same only. So receiver will be EV plant. Done. And save it. Settlement rule save. AUC to asset, then settle it. Okay, and when I want to capitalize this one, I will capitalize, let's say, this month end. So I will select here 31st October. So 2 days depreciation we are going to get. So here's just check in the test run. Check here. So leading ledger is connected with my depreciation area 01 in my configuration. So this is depreciation 01 connected with the leading ledger and 10 connected with non-leading ledger. So accordingly it is coming. So 50,000 we are transferring here and 50,000 also we are transferring. You can take different rules on, but I try to make it simple so that you will be able to understand it. Okay, so remove the test run and execute. After this settlement, you will find that AUC value will be 0 and value will be transferred to your machine. So now if I'll check my AUC balance, this one, you will find it is 0. Okay, so here refresh, now it is 0 because from AUC we transfer values to the actual asset, 0. And same you will find against your GL account too. So this one, if I am going to refresh, you can see it is also 0 because whatever it will be there sub ledger, automatically you will get the same values with the ledger 2. So where we transfer the values? We transfer the values to asset number 1004. How much? 50,000. So this here you can see depreciation is coming. Okay, and when we capitalize this asset, this month only we capitalize. So it is 2 days depreciation is coming. We will also run the depreciations too. And let me also quickly show you the this balance also should be there in your reconciliation account. So reconciliation account is 2000. Check that too. $2,000, that will be my leading ledger. Check. Okay, so 50,000 transferred here. Similarly, if I will go to the non-leading ledger, also I'm going to get the same values. Now quickly let me run the depreciation. Current month depreciation is showing its planned depreciation. So let me run the depreciation. So means asset is finally already it's approved and we started using it, suppose. Now let's run the depreciation. So I will go to FAB and select here the current period and select here the asset number 1004. Okay, just to show you the current example I am selecting, but depreciation normally it will be executed for all assets. So execute. See, so 13170 will be the depreciation on your current asset for your current month. So all cost we have recorded with our internal order, then that we capitalize to asset, that is our asset under construction, but that is not your actual asset. Then from asset under constructions to the final asset, which is our EV plant, and then from EV plant started using it and we are going to calculate the depreciation. Interview questions related to AUC are very common. So what are the expected questions will be there? Like questions will be, why does not AUC calculate the depreciations? So because answer will be because it's not yet capitalized or it is not in service because it is there in the temporary mode. What is the difference between line item settlement and full settlement? So you can see here that a couple of line items was there. So periodically also you can settle or you can settle in full. So line item transfer from each posting individually, whereas full settlement is summarized by the receivers. Can you have multiple receivers? Yes, we can have multiple receivers. Like in my example, when I was trying to create the distribution rule, 3 other options was there. In this example or in this scenario, although it is not applicable, but it is possible. So in different scenarios, it was there that time as well. So I hope you like this one. If you have enjoyed these sessions and you want to learn more about the real-time project with SAP FICO, so you can check that course content which I have shown to you. Okay, any questions, anything, feel free to add in the comments. I will definitely reply you. See you soon with another scenario. Bye.